Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Beverly with the Dancing Bear Enlightenment Academy's podcast, Holistic Transformation. And we are now experiencing the winter solstice and entering the sign of Capricorn. And it's a magical time. We have both the Sun and Mars in Capricorn. Of course, my own astrology, this is my sun sign with the Sun and Mars. So I feel this energy pretty strong this time of year, especially since Mars is there, which is not usually there at the same time as the Sun. So we're not just changing the season, but it's a cosmic invitation to restructure our lives, to embody our soul purpose, and to activate our inner authority. So as usual, I have some slides. So let me just do a share screen. And so I titled this one, let's see, which one do I want? I guess it's share. And there we go. Okay. I titled it Solstice Reset and Capricorn Medicine, Anchoring Your Soul Purpose in the Body. And, okay. Okay, I already told you that. So we'll talk about the solstice gateway, talk about medical astrology, the Capricorn and the body. We'll talk about Saturn direct in Pisces and spiritual reclamation. And then as usual, I'll give you some rituals and tools for the solstice reset. So the gateway, the sun stands still at the winter solstice, is a moment of spiritual rebirth. So the sun has been waning in terms of the amount of time in a day. Time has been getting darker and darker. And on the winter solstice, I know it's winter and the skies are dark, but it's actually the days are getting longer. There's more sun. So this is a time of rebirth. It's the beginning. And to celebrate this, I'm making my own hawthorn tincture. I just started that on the new moon and will create my own hawthorn tincture. Those of you who know me know once a year I take hawthorn because it cleans out your arteries and keeps the heart healthy. And this year I decided to make my own tincture. So you can think about, what are you going to do? What are you going to change? How will you rebirth yourself? So the sun enters Capricorn, earth energy returns, grounding the light. What is ending? What wants to begin? So I know a lot of us do rituals on the new year for what are we letting go and what do we want to begin. You can also do it with this solstice because this is the actual change in light energy. So there's an archetype of inner elder, wisdom, discipline, and long-term vision. So in your meditation, do this, do your inner elder channel, tap into your inner wisdom and figure out what discipline you want to create for embodying and manifesting your long-term vision. So the winter solstice is the return of light. Capricorn represents boundaries and building legacy. It's ruled by Saturn, which is the builder. So in terms of your body, Capricorn rules the bones, the teeth, the skin, the knees, the structural health. In Chinese medicine, the kidneys rule the bones and teeth. The lungs rule the skin, but with the liver will erupt on the skin. And the knees are also the liver, but what do you call it? Lubricates these structures is the liver. But in astrology, it's Capricorn that rules it, and kidney is the winter time. And this is the beginning of winter. So you can see how these fit together. So Sagittarius, the month before, rules the kidneys, and then we roll into Capricorn that I'm sorry, Sagittarius rules the liver, then we roll into Capricorn that rules the kidneys. So holistic practices for this season are collagen-rich and mineralizing foods, things like bone broth, nettles, seaweed. Seaweed also has iodine, which we need for our thyroid. And a lot of people, you think of thyroid and iodine, but the thyroid stores the iodine, and the iodine is actually also used to boost our metabolism. So as the body needs iodine, the thyroid releases it into the bloodstream. So posture, grounding, and joint care are also important this time of year. So things you can do are Tai Chi, Qigong, or slow movement for earth alignment. You don't need to do fast movement. In the winter, it might be too cold, too snowy to go out and walk or jog, but you can do these movements at home in your house, so you don't have to go outside. So more about Capricorn and the body. It's about emotional structure, healthy boundaries, commitments, discipline. Capricorn is the body's foundation. That includes supplements, minerals, practice rituals, and embody stillness. In other words, it's a great time to meditate. So in spiritual aspects, Saturn is now moving forward in Pisces. Karma becomes clearer, no longer confused by retrograde fog. Themes are rebuilding emotional integrity, integrating past lessons, and emotional sobriety. A tip for you is reflect on your dreams and journal those dreams, boundaries in spiritual service, and letting go of martyr patterns. We have a lot of people these days that feel they're martyrs, and a lot of people are making fun of that because they're saying they're martyred about something that they didn't live through, neither did their family heritage in most cases. So it's time for people to let go of that as we move forward into a whole new world, because very soon, January, both Neptune and Saturn will be moving into Aries, and all of this energy will be gone. So prepare now. Just get ready for the next couple of weeks before January comes, that we need to let go of some of these attitudes that have been going around everywhere. So Saturn in Pisces is about spiritual structure, anchor your intuition into reality. And I don't know about you, but the last week, all of a sudden my intuition is back. I can see the future again. That had been so messy when Saturn retrograded into Pisces. Saturn retrograde was horrible for me. I don't know how it was for you. I am so glad it's going forward. Okay, the solstice fire ceremony. So these are things you can do for the solstice reset. You can do a fire ceremony or a candle meditation. So if you have a fire pit or something outside, that's nice. If you don't, you can just use a candle. Journal. What do I commit to embody in 2026? What change are you going to create, manifest, implement? And I like to separate things into spiritual, professional, and personal, into those three categories. If you say, well, I'm not spiritual, I'm religious, then what religious thing do you want? I'm not religious, so I focus more on spiritual. But what works for you? That's okay. You're spiritual / religious. You're professional. If you're retired, what are you going to do in retirement? Are you going to keep working? Are you going to do volunteer work? What are you going to contribute, and what is your legacy? And then personal. Are you going to go on a diet? This year I lost 30 pounds. So next year I want to do the same thing, lose another 30 pounds. Do you want to take a class? This year I got certified in medical astrology, and I'm in a natal astrology program. So what are you going to do to learn, to grow, to create a better world that you live in, and to help yourself to understand your world. Nervous system grounding, breath work, especially in the wintertime, is really great, and especially at this time of spiritual development, breath work is extremely important. It's also important to help with the nervous system, which we're going to talk about a lot next year. Because when Uranus goes into Gemini again, our nervous system is going to need a lot of help, and breath work really helps. So do things like magnesium and just being still. Even if you can't meditate, just sit in stillness, monitor your breath, do belly breaths. Some people call them kidney breaths, slow, deep breathing. And that creates your meditation. That is a type of meditation. So some essential oils and herbal allies we can use. One is rosemary for circulation. You can use it topically as an essential oil. You can use it in an herbal remedy, and you can put rosemary in your food. Um, uh, oh, it's good for circulation and remembrance. And then ashwagandha for resilience. I've been taking a lot of ashwagandha lately because it helps with sleeping, and my sleeping has been insane lately. But you can't take it long term. It can kind of cloy the stomach, but it's good for a short amount of time to help you with a lot of things. This is really an incredible herb. You can take it as part of a formula. I don't have an ashwagandha essential oil. I just buy capsules. Rituals to help with stillness, of course, is journaling and any kind of meditation and breath work. So some of the changes that are coming, this is a season of becoming. Remember, the light is coming in. It's now time to shine through your structure. You are here for a reason. What is your sole purpose? Do you know why? Medical astrology and natal astrology both can tell you this reason. And Capricorn invites you to build the sacred architecture of your life. It's ruled by Saturn. Saturn is in the end stages of Pisces, and next to Neptune, which is to wash away old structures. And as both of them move into Aries, it's to rebuild all new structures in a whole new way based on your vision or Neptune and what you've been imagining in your future. So I invite you to enjoy our free Om for Success program. You just go to omforsuccess.com. Right now, my app is being upgraded, and apparently the web version of the app is not working. I think they're migrating all the data, and as they migrate it, they're removing it. So what I suggest you do is only use the smartphone app version. It works until they implement, and I believe they will implement late January, early February. So a lot of the classes and things I was going to start in January will now start after the new app is implemented, so that everything works for everyone. So just a little FYI for those of you that are using the app. I've been getting some emails lately from people saying it doesn't work, and I did some checks, and the smartphone works because that won't get implemented until later, but apparently they're all already upgrading the web version, so you can't use it till they finish. ADBO.com changes are coming. It's actually already out there if you want to look at it, but the links aren't available yet. There will be a membership, and these long podcasts will only be for members. And the membership will be you sign up through ThriveCart, but that's not set up yet. And there will be shorts here on the channel on YouTube that you can watch the shorts, and then the full channel, because they've been like 30 to 45 minutes, and there's hardly anything like that. YouTube has become a shorts, like what are they, TikTok. And if you know anything about TikTok, you don't have that on your phone because the Chinese are stealing your information. So I'm making this change, and the members will get even longer podcasts. So thank you for coming. Let me get out of this, stop share. There you are. So thank you for joining us. And if you would be kind enough to do a like and share and subscribe, it helps the channel grow. And I'm hoping to get over 500 subscribers. I've been really growing this past year. I sort of doubled the amount of subscribers. And if we could do that again in the next few months, that would be fantastic. I would really appreciate it. And comments, I read all your comments. Thank you. And if you have anything you want me to talk about, you can post that in chat, or if you have any comments or additional questions. And I do have a Facebook group. It's Dancing Bear Enlightenment Meditation. And it's a free open group. And I post all kinds of comments and notices there. So thank you for joining us. And we'll see you next week. And remember to be the light you want to see in the world.